So today, the fourth album by Coldplay, Viva La Vida, or it's 11:30, so in about 30 minutes it's gonna be tomorrow. But 18 years ago today, Viva La Vida came out by Coldplay. So yeah, 18 years later we're gonna review it. It's crazy that I'm 9 days older than this album. I'm so glad I was born while this album was coming out, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I'm 9 days older than this album. I feel old for some reason, even though I shouldn't be. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna be going over all 10 tracks off this album. I'm very mad because of Wednesday, for Spurs and Knicks, for NBA watchers. Y'all know World Cup. I'm doing okay right now. Both my teams are doing pretty well, which I don't even know who to root for. It's either Mexico or USA, so I don't know. But they both won, so I have no idea. I don't know, but yeah, so we're gonna be going through the album, track by track, like I did with X and Y. Go check that out if you haven't. So yeah, let's jump into it, I guess. Okay, if you can hear that noise, that's the fan right next to me. It's hot in here, so yeah. But it's like 100 degrees outside. But yeah, the first track we have here is Life in Technicolor. It's basically instrumental. Life in Technicolor Part 1, it's the instrumental version. The lyrical version is on the Prospect Smarts EP. Although I do wish this one was a lyric version. It was cut because it was, quote, too obvious of a single, so yeah, that's interesting there, I guess, but... yeah, you have the John Hopkins sample called Light Through the Veins to start off, and then it transitions into Life in Technicolor, and that's it. It's just instrumental from there. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. That's in my ratings, that's like a 7 out of 10, which I think it's a good opener. I really wish it had lyrics, because I love, or I'd rather have every song on the album have something of substance, like lyrics and all that, like a full song, instead of just being an interlude. So yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, it's still good. It's still enjoyable, but I do prefer lyrical over instrumental. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. I'm just nitpicking at this point. So let's move on to track number 2, which is Cemeteries of London. Alright, track number 2, Cemeteries of London, the first track with actual vocals, which, yeah. Part of these vocals were recorded in a church in Barcelona, which I think is pretty cool about. The original version actually had a verse about drowning witches, but they cut that part because it was too brutal for their opinion, I guess. I really want to hear that. I really do want to hear that. I want to hear why it was too brutal. Coldplay going that dark, which I honestly really would like to see. But yeah, there's also a music video, but it got scrapped. There is an image online, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure if it's AI generated or not. But there is an image, there was an image circulating online, which I don't know how true, I don't know if it's real or not, but it looked very, very cool from what I saw. So yeah, this song talks about spiritual paranoia and like an old version of London, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure. Or wait, what am I saying? I'm not 100% confident about that reasoning. I'm assuming the best I can out of this. But that's what I think the song is about. So spiritual paranoia is the main consensus here. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I don't like that it's 3 minutes long. At the same time, I'm okay with it. I do wish they performed the song more. Actually, they did it the entire tour. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I enjoyed the song a lot. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's very good. So yeah, basically good opener, kinda. Good opening song that has actual lyrics. I don't know why I messed up a lot here. I'm very sorry. Let's move on.
Just wait until the shine wears off.
track number 3, and one of the singles off of this album is called "Lost" with the exclamation point. Yes, yeah, the song has a bunch of different versions. It has an acoustic version, a version with Jay-Z, live from Chicago, and I already said instrumental, right? Yeah, I forgot what else, but yeah, this is "Lost" by Coldplay. So yeah, it was rumored. I'm not too sure what the source was for this. I don't even think it's that true. But it's rumored, like, don't take this seriously. It's only rumored. This is like the rumor that I'm least, like, how do you say this? Like, I trust the least because I don't think it's true. But it was rumored to be written at a soundcheck in 2003. There's not a clear source for that, though, so I really can't say anything else about it. So, yeah. I like the different sounds of the song. I like the organ, keyboard, and the different types of percussion in the song, too. I love that guitar solo in the middle of the bridge, too. I like it. And the song talks about trying to stay humble when you fail, like, trying to stay humble when you're a failure, or when you have failed at certain things. But also a clear reminder that failure itself doesn't kill you. You just have to dust yourself off and pick yourself up, start over again. So, yeah, pretty good. I like that song. I like it, too. That's pretty much about it. I'm going to give it a 3.8 out of 5. So, yeah, good start of the album so far. Let's move on.
You thought you might be a ghost. You thought you might be a ghost. You didn't get to heaven, but you made it close. You didn't get to heaven, but you made it close.
And to quote ARTV, everything may actually be 42, but here comes a song by Coldplay, which is the most experimental out of all of them so far, which I don't know why I did that. That was a cringe thing to do. But yeah, 42. So far, my favorite off the album. I love this one a lot. It's very experimental, which I adore that, really. This was originally gonna be the first single, but the band wanted to make an out of the ordinary song without a chorus, and there was no chorus in this one. It was just the two verses, the first bridge and the second bridge, and then the outro. So yeah, originally it was it started off as a quiet piano ballad. Then in the middle, it's a heavy rock song, and at the end, it's a big explosive climax, which I love that. That was really amazing. I love the build up too. It was very, very cool. I love the lyrics as well. It talks about life, death, and the aftermath. It was just very eerie, very ominous to start off, and then just very angry, very juicy, and very fat with guitar and just instruments. Chris even plays electric guitar in the song, which is pretty cool too. But I love this one so far. It's my favorite one. I love the title too. I don't know why 42 is a cool number. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. I enjoyed it a lot. It was really good. So yeah, let's move on. Alright, track number 5 is called Lovers in Japan, which, yeah, very experimental in sound once again, which I think is pretty cool there. This one was created by them using tacks on the piano, which I think is very interesting there. That's where the main riff kind of comes from. It kind of centers around that tack piano. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it talks about resilience, perseverance, and just sticking together with your partner, even through difficult times, which, yeah, pretty cool. I really love the outro too. It's very instrumental heavy once again. Has a very cool climax as well. Love it. So yeah, I'm gonna give this song a 4.3 out of 5. I think it's really good. So yeah, I did not write down the rating before I recorded this. I'm stupid. I'm very sorry. But yeah, I love this song a lot. I think it's really cool. So yeah, let's move on to the hidden track. Alright, so the first hidden track is called Rain of Love, which is just your simple piano ballad, just a few chords, and that was it. Just stuck around for the entire hidden track. It's only 2 minutes and 52 seconds, I believe. This was originally 20 minutes long, which, yeah, that's about it, but it got cut under 3. But yeah, it's a pretty simple song, really. It talks about trying to choose and prioritize love, trying to seek refuge in love, and that's basically trying to have a reign of love to yourself, trying to seek refuge in that. So yeah, that's about it. But really, really simple song, really. It's the worst off the album so far, but it's not bad at all. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. So yeah, not much with it. It's a good listen, but nothing really much to talk about there. So yeah, let's move on. track number 6 called Yes, which very interesting title, right? But yeah, I forgot to mention as well. I'm listening to these, but like with in between each clip, I'm listening to the song, so like I can have a fresh grasp of it, which is obviously not working because I kind of suck at this. But hey, it's 12 a.m. It's already Saturday, so I really don't care at this point. But I want to do as good as I can. So yeah, 6th track is insanely experimental, the most experimental by far. Chris Martin, instead of singing at a usual falsetto or in his normal voice, singing at a lower register, which is insane. This song is also like out of the ordinary for any Coldplay song lyrically. It talks about trying not to give in into temptations with a sexual relationship, trying to like stay clean, you know what I mean? But nah, Chris can hit. Wait, that sounded so weird. Everyone on Twitter is super weird, by the way. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. I'm trying to not give into that, but it's very difficult to contain, especially when you're surrounded by like, I don't know. I don't like to explain this. I am 18, but wait. I should stop. I'm gonna give the song a 5 out of 5 though. I love it. It's awesome. It's insane. It's very dark, very lustful. It's very, really, really good. So yeah, let's move on to the hidden track because there's another hidden track right here. And so the second hidden track off the album is called Chinese Sleep Shining. My goodness, that's a banger, dude. It's crazy. My favorite went from being 42 to Yes, and now Chinese Sleep Shining. This is insane. Another experimental song, and done very efficiently once again. Why couldn't they do this in the later albums? I have no idea. But oh my gosh, dude, it's insane. Done very efficiently. Coldplay went shoegaze, which is something I never fucking thought I would hear from Coldplay. They only did this one other time, and that was Neon Forest, and they barely did anything for that song because the shoegaze part of that song is like 45 seconds long. And there's high falsetto vocals, which is also on Neon Forest as well. But we're not talking about Neon Forest, are we? I kind of am. But high falsetto vocals with Guy Behrman in the basement. He actually did a different set of vocals for the song as well, so that's pretty cool there. But apparently, I'm not sure how true this is. But apparently, they wrote the song under hypnosis, which is pretty insane there. But yeah, I don't know, I love shoegaze sound, and Coldplay doing it just it was a fun surprise to hear. Like back then when I was singing it for the first time, it was just a fun surprise. I loved hearing that. I love hearing all the instruments all together. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. My new favorite of the album already, so that's insane. This is an insane 3-track run, by the way. My gosh. Let's move on though. This is the perfect track, by the way. Like, Yes and Chinese Sleep Chat together, that's perfect. My gosh, man. But yeah, we already have 3 songs on the 5 out of 5 column, so yeah, let's move on. Sorry, I kind of rambled for this one.
It was the wicked and wild wind blew down the doors to let me in.
Next up, track number 8, Viva La Vida, which is the most famous Coldplay song ever. I think it's very overrated, but I think it's still very, very good in my opinion, so yeah. It was taken from a Frida Kahlo painting, which I actually learned this in art class, and like none of my friends who taught Coldplay, nobody told me that. I actually learned this because I saw in art class in 8th grade, I saw like his Frida Kahlo painting because they're showing us off, or my teacher was showing them off, and I'm like, wait, I recognize that name. It says Viva La Vida. I'm like, well, that's a Coldplay song. I just did research and I found that out, so that was pretty cool there. Translated to Long Live Life because I know Spanish. People might not believe that. But yeah, Chris also once said on the Stern Show, I believe, that there was like 9 other songs that he tried calling Viva La Vida, which, I mean, I believe it, but because Chris does that sometimes, where he tries naming songs in different ways, I don't know. But I don't see any other song being called Viva La Vida, honestly, so yeah. I like the instrumentation too. I especially love that little like bridge after the chorus. After the first chorus, it has that little keyboard or whatever, little jumble of instruments, but I think it's pretty cool. It refers to the French Revolution, which specifically speaking of a symbolic dictator who's lost his power. So, yeah, connections. I don't want to do more research, please. It's 12:30 in the morning, and I don't want to. So, yeah, but I like the song. I like it. It's not the best off this album by a long shot, but I still think it's a fun listen. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.6 out of 5. So, yeah. Pretty good listen, and this has been it's been a really good run of this album so far. My goodness, so let's keep moving. track number 9. Oh wait, it's the 8th, sorry. This is the 8th track, I'm very sorry about that. Oh my gosh, I messed everything up. But yeah, it is a nod to a street near Abbey Road. And believe it or not, this was born in 1996. Yeah, this song is that old. This was actually the first ever. Now, credit to my friend, is Llama Python. Yeah, that's his name. Or not his actual name, it's just that's his username. I got this in from him. But this is actually the first ever piece of music that Coldplay like wrote. This is like it's that old. So yeah, this song protests unjustified wars, which is ironic, cause wow. I'm just a teaser at this point, but yeah, protests unjustified wars and a very energetic passion. It's a very, very hard and angry rock. I love it. The solo, it's so angry as well. My goodness, this is once again going into the 5 out of 5 club, which perfect song. I love it. I think it's my 3rd favorite. It is. So yeah, but another song that's in the perfect column. 5 out of 5. Another one. It's great. This song and this album is giving out gem after gem after gem. What a run it's been on as I'm listening to this. My goodness. But yeah, we're almost done. We need 3 more. So yeah, let's move on. Alright, track number 9, Strawberry Swing, which honestly I hated at first, I'm not gonna lie to you. Back in like what, 2020, I believe, I was barely getting into Coldplay because of the pandemic, so I was just getting into new bands. Coldplay, I got into Coldplay and I listened to this album. I initially hated this song. I don't know why I did, but I think I was just jealous because in the song they're talking about going out and just being free, and I was locked in here the entire time. But yeah, overall, it grew on me a lot, and I pretty much really like it a lot now. So it's inspired by Coldplay, by Chris's time in Zimbabwe, but the song itself was created in Australia. So yeah, it also features Chris on an electric guitar, so that's pretty cool to see there. Like I just said, it talks about reflecting on memories and lost innocence that kind of was held as a child. Like you would experience these memories like of your childhood, and I think that's why the song is so upbeat, and which I'm fine with that. It's like one of those like songs that makes you very happy. So yeah, and it made me happy right now. It made me like kind of get energy, and it's 12:43 in the morning. So yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna go to 4 out of 5. My sleep schedule is dying tonight, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm gonna go to 4 out of 5. I enjoy the song a lot more than I used to. So yeah, that's good to know, I guess. Let's move on. Final 2 tracks. And there you have it. 10th and final track is a 2-part Death and All His Friends 2-part track. First of all, I'm not counting The Escapist. I'm counting this as its own song. So yeah, but it is still a 2-part. The piano ballad is called School. Like either no, cause yeah, the song School was taken from another song. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, the song Rainy Day and School were combined. It was this piano ballad, but then it transitioned into the Rainy Day ballad. But instead of that, what we released was the piano ballad from School, transitioning into Death and All His Friends with the guitar riff and the explosiveness. And yeah, the second half of the song also features the band and multiple people from the studio singing as a chorus, so that's pretty cool there. Talks about trying to stay positive and yeah, and uplifting in a time of despair. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good closer in my opinion. I think it's very well done in my opinion as well. So yeah, I'm gonna give this final full song, I'm gonna give it a 4.2 out of 5. So I think it's very, very good. So yeah, there's one more hidden track, but I'm not gonna talk too much about that one. So yeah, but I still am. I'm not gonna yap that much. I hope not. I should shut up. And there it is, the final hidden track, The Escapist. What it does here, it loops back to the opening track, which has the same Hopkins sample. Although this time it's its actual song, Light Through the Veins. Yeah, the first track had it, and the last track has it, so it's looping back to what the song originally, the album originally was, or it started with. Starts and ends with the same thing, so yeah, that's that there. This time it has lyrics. Yeah, it has Chris saying, "And in the end, we lie awake and we dream of making the escape." So yeah, that's it there. I think it's a good. I think it's a good like send off for the album. I think it's pretty good, but nothing really too much else with it. It's just a longer, extended version of the Light Through the Veins. So yeah, I'm gonna give, except with Chris's lyrics added to it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3.4 out of 5. That's like a 6 out of 10, but does it really matter at this point? I don't think it really does. I don't know. It shouldn't, but yeah. But that's it. Wow, that's it. I forgot to rate this. Are you kidding me? Damn, this is why I should never do these videos this late at night. My goodness. Well, I just came back from going out, so. But I should not do these videos this late at night. Oh my gosh. Alright, so here are my rankings for each song on the album. There's 4, here they are right now. Take a gander. 4 of them are perfect 5 out of 5s, which I never thought I would expect, but this album is very good, and I love it a lot, so yeah. I'm going to give this album a 4.8 out of 5. If you essentially run that out, that's 5 out of 5. But yeah, it's still a really, really good rating in my opinion, so yeah, if you bitch about that, then screw you, go fuck off, I don't care. But it's a very, very, very good album. There's some stuff I'm nitpicky about, but it's okay, honestly. It's still a really wonderful listen. It's a really wonderful journey. So yeah, I have no regrets about it. I don't regret staying up this late to do it, but at the same time I do, but because I need sleep. But I think this is a very, very good album. Coldplay really cooked here. This was Coldplay at its peak. They experimented and they cooked with it. They had Eno with them as well. And they kicked Chris out of the band for 2 weeks, which Chris, I'm sorry, but he doesn't have the greatest opinions when it comes to putting songs on albums. Which, honestly, I think that everything culminated together really well during this period, which is why this album and its layout, the tour, as well, had an amazing set list. I think everything meshed really well together here and created this masterpiece, so yeah. Yeah, I'm dying. Yeah, I'm dying here. So that's gonna be it for this one, everybody. Thank you for watching. It's 12:51 as I'm recording this right now, and it's gonna be like 1:30 when I upload this. So yay! Thank you for watching. Good night.